Well, Pete, we got another one of your Minnesota companies, 3M, which used to be Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing. Now they just call it 3M. Opposite of Lilly, where, 5 years ago, 8 times your money. You don't find those every day. And this certainly is not one of those, Pete, because you take a look at where 3M was 5 years ago, it was not a lot lower. It was a lot higher. And even though it's hitting up against a 52-week high, Pete, if you pulled up a 5-year graph of this thing, we're talking it was like $144, and now it's $95. So it's been dead money for a while. The earnings per share and the guidance, I think that gives you reason to think that maybe they've put those bad days behind them.
Well, and I think they've had to make some tough decisions, and they, like many companies, but very similar to what's going on in the tech world, John, they've had to cut some of the jobs, and they cut by about 10%. That's never pleasant. Nobody really likes that. But from an efficiency standpoint, sometimes those things have to take place. And that's very similar to what we'd seen in the tech space for sure. They've actually done a great job of being able to raise some of the prices. They've also had cost cutting. That's helping the profits as well. This is a stock that's pressing right up against its 52-week highs. So over a 5-year period, not really so great. Over the most recent couple of months, actually performing okay. And this is a company that's had a few black-eyed things that have happened to it, and yet it's moved back up towards those 52-week highs. So very interesting. I think they gave a pretty decent forecast. This is one of those names that, is it exciting? No. But has it worked? Yeah. So far this year, it's worked pretty well.
Yeah. Hats off to them. I like what they're doing over there now, Pete. Yep. And like you said, nobody wants to grave dance or talk about, everything's great because they're cutting 10% of the workforce. Yeah. Those are real people. So we all feel bad when somebody gets laid off. You just hope it's not you. That's the difference between a recession and a depression, they always say, Pete. A recession is somebody else loses their job. Depression is you lose your job, and that's never a good thing.